Over the last few days, countless Druid players have been complaining about finding special unique items in World Tier 3 and World Tier 4. Wouldn't be such a bad thing, right? Except, the things that have been dropping are actually for barbarians. Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too. Countless Reddit threads were created where players were just trying to make sense of the entire ordeal, not only missing out on the unique drops that might define their build, but also just finding pretty useless gear in general. In some instances, players were getting over half of their unique drops as those that weren't for their class. That's a lot. RNG is big in Diablo, so to actually be even more skewed on the chances for loot would impact you pretty drastically. Imagine grinding for hours to find a specific unique item or playing for days to have the first unique that drops for you, not for your build. Now, think just how much worse that is when it's not even for your class. Don't worry, Bear Boys, I sympathise with you too. And there are two specific uniques that Druids really need to get with their most popular builds: Insatiable Fury and Tempest Roar. Without them, they really just do miss out on so much damage. Funnily, it really isn't a small problem, and I really do see why so many people are complaining about this. Jerry NG on Twitter tweeted at Rod Ferguson, who is a GM of Diablo, and he confirmed that it's a known issue that they're working on. I want to talk about the way that Blizzard has been communicating with the Diablo community and sort of the current meta in communication. I'll start off by saying I really hate that devs or people in the company respond to player issues on platforms such as Twitter, or more specifically, individual tweets. And this isn't just a problem for Diablo, it's a problem for a lot of games in the current space. Like League of Legends does the same thing. It really breaks down and just takes away from the line of communication that the Diablo team is meant to have with the community. People tend to just not see this information firstly, relying on the word of content creators or their friends around them. Secondly, there's just such a big removal of the transparency from the company itself, bringing up questions like, do the devs know what actually is going on in their game? Are they even working on a solution? Are they just trying to make sure that information this big is just mitigated? The less people see what actually is wrong with the game, the smaller an uproar in the community it might cause. It's just a little shitty. It's like those YouTubers who do something shitty and then put up apologies on their second channel. They know that it's just not going to spread out to a larger audience. But this is not the only thing that they've miscommunicated on so far since the launch of the game. The other day, they also put up a blue post about changes to elite monsters in dungeons, but that was literally it. They didn't give any specifics on what actually was changing or on where it would impact the game. Obviously, this made the community a little bit annoyed and cited Backlash pleading with Blizzard to give more details of what this change actually was. And a day or so later, Blizzard caved and added a developer note. Which, yeah, it's a little bit more information. But again, it's not really that specific. Is it every dungeon? Where will we see the most impact? It's just really annoying having to chase such a large company on what's going on in the game. We're just asking for some simple communication, and Blizzard just really need to start providing that. Anyway, that was it. See ya.